Guys, good morning. Robert Blackman. Hey, I'm going to do a little bit of training today. Sherry and I have this company called Profit Leads University, and I'm going to do a little bit of what we kind of do for our university members today for free, just to give you guys some content, also kind of give you behind the scenes of what we do, what we call our network marketing funnel. Each of our university clients will get access to all of our training that we have, and it's always customized for you. So one great thing about what we do is we don't just put out content in the university back office. You're allowed to come back in and ask us questions about your program, because everybody's business is a little bit different. Everybody's product or service and pay plan is a little bit different. And also, everyone's got a little bit different comp plan and time involved and budget involved. So one of the things that Sherry and I did just yesterday, which I want to kind of hone in on, is one of the pillars of our, let's just say that this is your business right here, okay? And in today's marketplace, we're getting a lot of people that are saying, just do this. In the old days, the only pillar that you had as a foundation was your warm market, right? So, and every one of the top 100 companies, they had a company here, and the only way that they marketed their products or services was through more marketing, belly to belly, talk to your family and friends, hotel meetings, home meetings, go to a convention every quarter. Back in the day, it was product pickup. You had to go to somebody's garage every Monday to pick up your product, or Friday, or whatever it was. Well, then it branched out to that, all right? Then it branched out to where people started doing what we call direct mail, advertising. And people found that great because you did not have to go out and go to a hotel meeting anymore. But here's the challenge with that is this is a people business. And so for those folks that didn't want to do more marketing, that ran to this market, there wasn't as much good training that happened. Okay, so we lost the effectiveness of meeting face to face, that community. Yes, it was a pain to come home on a Tuesday night, change into your suit and tie or your dress and go down to the Hilton or the Holiday Inn or the Ramada and have somebody stand you up for a meeting, and you fold your arms and watch the leader do the plan over and over again, and it was a form of insanity. So you stopped going to the meetings because you said warm marketing doesn't work. Well, you were just a candidate for warm marketing. You didn't actually engage in it, and I know I've been guilty of that, okay? Then what came out, which a lot of people here will actually, which is part of the direct mail, was cassettes. We all remember the Dead Doctors Don't Lie cassettes, the Ray Casano tape, the Dr. Roskowitz tape, where people would just mail tens of thousands of cassette tapes, which was allowed us to get the message delivered on a cassette tape to a bunch of people that they would listen to a presentation. You flip the cassette tape over, or on the front of it was a phone number to call somebody to order the product. It mainly went after customers. So after cassettes, what happened is that we came up with the internet, right? The holy grail of never having to talk to anybody again. The holy grail that all I can do is push a button. Sherry and I helped create a system in the early, I think 2000, 2001. That was a power line system where we pre-enrolled people and they went underneath other folks. And then we told them, hey, we went to the bottom of the leg. What we would do, which was really cool, we'd have a leg that would be of 100 pre-enrollees, which means they got in for free. It's an opt-in. Someone just opted in, but we assigned them an ID number. And we'd go to that bottom person and we'd get them to place an order. So then that would send an email to the 99 people above that, Johnny's just ordered. You have till midnight tonight to get him in your downline and get a commission, or he's going to leapfrog above you. So that was two emotions, and I know that this is going to have some psychology to it, but I want you to understand why all this works online and why it works offline, okay? So when we did the internet, when we did the power line system, there were two things, and the reason why we're still today, that system that we helped put together, that we drew out on a napkin, which is really crazy. A bunch of guys got together in person, and we did a meeting, and we got together and wrote out on a cocktail napkin this power line system. Now, that system put in 3.2 million pre-enrollees, which are basically today 3.2 million opt-ins, okay? and it converted 80,000 paid people at $155 auto ship. Okay? There's not today been a power line system that has ever come close. Well, it may have come close, but that has matched that. All right? So I want you to write those numbers down. And let's do the math on that real quick. And I know what the number is, but I'll do the math for you. So what's that conversion rate? Okay, and there's a method to my madness today, so hang in here with me. So the conversion, let's say we had 80,000 paid members divided by 3.2 million. So it was a 0.025, okay? We'll just call it 2.5% conversion rate on our opt-ins. We call them pre-enrollees, but they're opt-ins to our website. So we had 3.2 million opt-ins. 80,000 people got on a $155 auto ship, so we had a 2.5% conversion rate. So we knew if we wanted 2.5 people to join, what do we have to do as a team? We had to go get 100 people to opt in, didn't we? Now, some people who did better than 2.5, Sherry and I were about 10%, because people who opted in, we would call them. There was a lot of people on our team that said, oh man, I just want automation to take over. I don't want to ever talk to anybody. That's why I'm on the internet. So you have to understand that in today's environment, it's network marketing teaching on steroids. And you have to be careful. Just like you have to be careful with steroids in a regular life. You have to be careful with marketing steroids in network marketing today, because there's so many different ways to build the business. There's so many different forms of social media. There's so many different messages. And you have to be careful. There's people out there that have 200,000 or 300,000 followers on social media, and they put out a video, 100 people join, and they never follow up. They never talk to anybody. And there are some people that brag, I'm never going to follow up anyone. That's great. That's their business. But that's not network marketing. That's marketing. Okay, there's a big distinction. Sherry and I both market our products and services on the internet, and we also do network marketing on the internet. I want you to, there'll be a link I'll put down here later today, right after this, that you can watch us call 4-month-old leads. That's what we do. We call leads. We have people tell us all the time, leads don't work. Well, we just did a case study. 30 calls, just 30. We didn't call 300, we didn't call 3,000. We called 30 people. Sherry called 15, I called 15. We both got three appointments each, which is 10% for each one of us, or 20% total. Out of those 6 appointments, we already signed one person up last night at 10:15 when he got home from work. He called me because he and I have been texting back and forth using technology. We called him. I text him our website. Go watch this video. That's the whole marketing funnel I'm going to show you. But I want to give you the background. This was back in 2000, 2001. Nobody has touched that. This is still the #1 internet marketing system and conversion of 80,000 paid members. Okay, and here's why it worked. There are 2 reasons, and these are 2 things that you need to make sure you're including somehow, either consciously or subconsciously, in your marketing, in your conversations on the phone with people, in your emails, in your text, in your headlines, in your bullet points. You have to include these. Number 1, fear of loss. When we would call Johnny and say, hey, Sam just joined, and you have till midnight tonight to get him, or he's going to leapfrog above you. What was that? Fear of loss. Hey, Caesar, how you doing? Hey, by the way, the gentleman that you commented on the video the other day, the one that's yelled his name and said phone, he signed up last night. We just talked about that. So it works. So fear of loss. Fear of loss is a human emotion that all of us have. All of us have that in personal relationships, at work. The reason why people speed through school zones to get to school on time, they risk getting a $300 ticket, is because they don't want to be late for work or be fired. Okay, fear. Number 2, prospect of gain. Now, there is a ethical and unethical way to do both of these in your marketing. We did it in an ethical way. We were upfront. Sure, we would say you're going to lose this commission check, but that was a fact. Okay, so we don't want to manipulate anybody or get into that type of thinking, but what we want to get into is what is the prospect of gain? If you join with us, what is that gain that you're going to get from us? Okay, that's got to be in your marketing. That's got to be where they can read it. Yes, you want to be able to send someone to your website, and you want them to be able to watch a video, read a PDF, see some kind of studies, or see people enjoying or engaging in your product or service. And there's enough information, there's enough fear of loss. If I don't use your product, I'm never going to lose my 10 pounds, right? If I don't get into a network marketing business at age 62, I'm going to be in the top 90% who are dead or dead broke. Okay, those type of fear of losses. Prospect to gain. Here's what I'm going to gain. I'm going to gain a product that's going to give me more energy. I'm going to sleep better. The service that's going to protect me if I get in trouble with the law. Okay, I'm going to be able to get a blueprint from somebody who's actually doing it. The upline. They're doing it. I called them, or they're on a video where I could see them. They're real. I text them. I inbox them. They responded back. So the prospect of gain of working with you is that you're going to be in a position that person says, if I want to join a company, I'm going to join it with them. That's their prospect of gain. I was reading, I don't have Gary's other book, but everyone's probably read Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Crush It. Gary's not a network marketer. He actually doesn't like network marketing, which is kind of crazy. I'm reading his book, but he's a great mind. He's got a new book out called Crushing It. Now, what Gary Vaynerchuk did with Wine Library is he would engage with people. And Sherry and I have even done this. We were talking about this morning over coffee, is that he's come out with a new wine club, which he was advertising heavy right before Christmas. He's backed off of that now, probably either doing metrics or find out that it wasn't doing what he wanted to do. But Sherry actually sent him a tweet to respond to, because she follows him on Twitter. She responded back, and either it was him or somebody in his office responded back with a particular wine that he recommended. And it wasn't just the name of the wine, it was some engaging conversation. Obviously, it was either him or somebody in his office that knew what they were talking about. But Gary's claim to fame is that he would engage directly with his audience on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, because he had something to say. What's happening today in the network marketing world, we're getting a lot of people that are out there, but they're not engaging. Matter of fact, they're preaching that they're disengaging with the masses, and they're taking advantage of technology so they don't have to engage anymore. And I believe that's short-sighted. I know that's a choice. It's a business choice. I know it works, but I don't think it works long-term. And I think there's a big difference between temporary residual income and permanent residual income. I know Richard Brook and Tom Chenault, both these guys are a friend of mine, where Richard had made a comment where someone had asked him, what company should I join? And his answer was, well, how long do you want to be paid? Which I think was brilliant. You want to be paid for a year, you want to be paid the rest of your life. And so that makes a determination on how you pick a company. Okay, so this is the setup that I'm going to give you right here. The track record that Sherry and I have, what we've done, and why we've been able to do it. Now, this system went away because the leaders moved it somewhere else, and that's a whole nother video, all right? And you would think with 80,000 people that with the leaders leaving, that what? 40,000 would stay? 20,000? What is this, 16 years ago? How many people do you think are still left in that organization of 80,000 after everybody left? The company's still in business. They still have the same products. They've pretty much got the same comp plan, same pricing points. So there wasn't a blow up at corporate per se on like, we're all going to leave because you raised your prices or you changed the comp plan to where my checks and have. None of that kind of stuff happened. So how many people do you think are still there? None. Zero. Okay, this is the cold hard reality of the network marketing business model. That's why I'm talking today when you're saying that you're going to build up a team, but you're not going to follow up with them. You're engaging on social media, but you're disengaging in developing a team and teaching true principles. What are those true principles? The principles are, we all like to congregate. We all like to talk to one another. We all like to hear a struggle and a victory. Okay? And Sherry and I go to church, and I'll use this as an example. Sometimes, with kids' ball games, we have soccer games that are out of town, so we miss going to church for a couple of weekends in a row, and then we go back that third. And we're laying in bed that morning, and we've already developed a habit. Are we going to get up and go and get the kids? We got to get breakfast. Come on, we got to get up. Oh man, I'm tired. It was Saturday night. We went out, or we just got back. Let's just sleep in again. We procrastinate, and then one of us will go, no, let's go. And we get there, and it's a struggle that morning, okay? The kids don't want to go. We don't really want to go. Come on, get up. We're going to church, as the leader. That's what I'll say sometimes. And then we get there, and you're sitting there, and you just look around and you go, man, I've missed church. Why, we'll get in the car, and I go, man, why did we not go the last 2 weekends? Well, because we were out of town. Or, well, we were out of town one weekend. The next weekend, we slept in, okay? Same thing happens in this business. That's human. That's just humanity. So to say you're going to be a full-time, lifetime network marketer, but you're not going, and you're going to disengage the number one reason why congregation works, then you don't understand the business model fully. Okay? What you understand is that you have lots of followers, and people like you or love you, and people are going to buy what you're recommending, but they're not going to be able to duplicate that. And if they do, they're duplicating the wrong thing. What they're duplicating is a temporary residual income, not a permanent one. When Sherry and I got in this business, we both quit our jobs after a few years, and we said, we want to do things that are going to make us permanent in network marketing. Permanent. We don't want to go back to work. Okay? These 80,000 people, it gutted us when they left, okay? I mean, it was tough. It was tough. We had to go back to work after that. We had to go get a job again. It's tough, okay? So here's what we know. Okay, here's the fear of loss, prospect to gain. All right, so let's go to our marketing funnel real quick, and I'll wrap this up. You guys got any questions as we're going? Let me know, okay? This is Facebook Live, okay? Charles, how you doing? Lester, David, Greg. Hey, what's the temperature in Canada, Greg? What's going on up there? William, how you doing, buddy? Michael, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Another Michael. Ray Lee. How you doing? Derek. Hey, Sherry Coyas. I think that name sounds awful familiar to me. I don't know who that is. Charles. Hey, guys. Thanks for jumping on today. Hope you're getting some, if you're getting some good comments in your head, put them down here, all right? Okay, so here's what we're doing. Sherry and I will initiate, number one, a call to a prospect. As you guys know, we have telephone interviewed leads. They opt into a website, they go to a phone room, we get the leads, we call them. We get the name of the agent they spoke to, how much money they want to make, how many hours, gender, best time to call, that type of thing. Here's our numbers on that. I'm going to put a little cheat sheet over here. I want you to write this down. And I'll show you what all these numbers mean. And this is what most people on social media don't teach, especially they don't teach it about social media, because most of them don't know their numbers. And the ones that know their numbers don't share them because they know it would scare the crap out of you, that the numbers are so bad that they know you can't duplicate them, all right? So this is what I do, okay? Out of 100 phone calls, these are our averages. We'll get 20 to 40 appointments. 10 to 20 will show up. 5 to 10 will join as a customer or a rep in a 90-day period. 100 phone calls, 20 to 40 people get an appointment. Why the range? So that's 60 to 80 people that we don't set an appointment with. Why is that? We get their voicemail. Maybe they say call in the morning and we're calling in the afternoon. Okay? But the majority of people that we don't set an appointment with, it's not because they say no, it's because we can't get a hold of them. That's why we text and we email as well. 10 to 20 of those people will show up. Why the low? Like, let's say you set 40 appointments and only 10 people showed up at the appointments, because you're not setting the appointment and closing the appointment strong enough. You're allowing them to go, just get off the phone and say, sure, I'll meet with you anytime, and there's no setting an appointment. We teach how to do that at Profit Leads University, how to strong that up. So 10 to 20 will show up. 5 to 10 will join as a customer or a rep over a 90-day period, okay? 90 days, not 9 seconds, not 9 hours. It's not 9 weeks, 90 days. So you have to have that funnel mentality. And while we're doing this, imagine this. We're not calling 100 people a month. We're not calling 100 people a week. We're calling 100 people a day. That's full time. That's hustling. Okay. As Gary Vee says, nobody works harder than him. I don't think anybody works harder than me. I know there probably is, but I take the mentality that we work hard. But we know what we're doing when we work it, and we know these numbers are gonna vary, okay, based on the time of year. Whether it's like this weekend's Easter, if I call people, today, or Monday, I'm not going to get as good as a response as I would on a non-holiday week, but I still call. Okay, on our calls that we made the other day to the 4-month-old leads, we set 6 appointments out of 30 calls that we made. We've already signed 1 person up. 4-month-old lead. And I did that because we have members at Profit Leads University that have bought leads from us and they didn't open up the lead file. And they'll say, hey, could you replace these? These leads are old. So that's the video we're going to send to them and say, doesn't matter. What's the likelihood of that guy from 4 months ago solving his financial problem? What's about 99.9% he didn't. There's a 70% chance nobody called him. There's a 99% chance he gave up. He just went back to work. Maybe he Googled another 50 times and said, no one's calling me. I don't see a solution. I guess my job's not that bad. All right. That's the whole mentality. So those are our numbers that we have. So write those down. So what we do is we call. And out of that call, we're going to get a voicemail. We're going to get a live person. Okay. Or we're going to get what we call a no answer. Sometimes, still in today's environment, can you believe it? There are people that do not have their voicemail hooked up. Yes, Caesar, it's all about the numbers, buddy. You're right. You got to go through the numbers. You've been buying leads from me for years. And I remember a couple years ago, you just bought a bunch of leads from Houston, right? And I remember you were just calling people, and they were like, they were older. And you said, hey, I'm finding some people to set appointments with in Houston. So when you do leads, you can do them locally, area codes, unless you live in Timbuktu, and there's, you and 3 other people that live there, of course, all right? So we're either going to get a voicemail, live person, or a no answer. On the voicemail, we're going to send a text. And we're going to send an email. On the live person, okay, we're going to set an appointment. And then we're going to do a follow-up. On the no answer, we're going to text, and we're going to email. That's it. That's the mundane of the business, and that's what most people are not willing to do. Well, no, I'll take that back. They're willing to do it. They just don't know how to do it. And that's why we create the documents that we do that gives you sample phone scripts. Matter of fact, if you get our book, If Network Marketing is a Game, These Are the Rules, you just go to profitleads.com to grab that, or Amazon, Kindle, it's on there. We have in there all the scripts to talk to your family and friends. We have sample letters to mail to your family and friends. We have a sample postcard to send to your family and friends. And our thing is, since people don't call their family and friends, that's fine. Mail them. Mail them a postcard. If you owned a yogurt shop, what would you do? You'd tell all your friends to come down and buy yogurt because you got yogurt overhead, right? So you wouldn't call all your family and friends, hey, look, if you buy a $100,000 franchise in the same town, that's great. I need to sell $300,000 franchises in mines for free. You wouldn't say that, right? You would say, come down and become a customer, and who do you know that eats yogurt? So we teach that in our business, in our book about the business. We go an extensive, it's about 70 pages, the chapter on, or 50 pages, the chapter on how to contact our leads. If they say this, you say that, because this is our years of experience of just being on the phone, smiling and dialing and getting responses where Sherry goes, okay, this guy said that and I said that, what should I have done? And critiquing it like a piece of clay and making it into a beautiful piece of art. That's what this business is all about. That's what leadership is about. And that's what your upline should be providing for you, whatever program you're in. When we coach with people, we have a question. So do you have a engaging upline? 90% of the people that we coach with, they put a big no. because we want to know if we're coaching with them, is there somebody that you can plug into after we get done coaching that we can hand off, that we can actually see? The name of the book, Michael, if network marketing is a game, these are the rules, okay? And here's the deal I'll make for you guys today. Anybody today, if you buy it online at Amazon.com and you give us a review there, okay? Because the book just came out in 1st of March into February. We don't have any reviews yet, okay? Which is kind of standard because we haven't really pumped this up that much. But if you buy it online, give us a review. Send us a snapshot of that on Facebook or this thread, inbox us. We'll send you a paperback copy for free. Okay, we'll just drop it in the mail to you. So that's my offer today, how to get a free copy of the book. Also, if you want to go to our website, profitleads.com, you can buy the book, and here's my offer there. You buy one book today there, we'll throw one in for free. This is for Good Friday only today. So you get a free copy of the book where you buy it online at Amazon. And I know a lot of Prime members do that because they're getting free shipping, and that's cool. But if you want to buy it from us, it's autographed. Plus, you can also get that extra copy. So that's the offer there today. So you got to realize that's what the upline's supposed to do. Support you. Most uplines don't even know these numbers. Most uplines have never called 100 people in their life. Doesn't make them bad uplines, just means that they're inexperienced at the ways of the world, of the business. That could be 100 family and friends. And once they're done calling their family and friends, they need to get on the phone with their downline and help their downline call their 100 family and friends. As an upline, you're never done calling in network marketing. There's a small percentage that will be done. The offer of the book, no, you don't need a code, Charles. It's a Good Friday offer. If you go to profitleads.com and do it through the shopping cart, just say Robert's Facebook Live offer, and we'll mail it out. And if you do it on Amazon, Charles, just write us a review and then go in and send us a snapshot, and we'll send a free copy to you there. So most uplines have never done this. Never. Ever. When Sherry and I called those 30 leads the other day and we set 6 appointments, I'm going to tell you this. The majority of people have never set 6 appointments in their entire network marketing career. It's just the way it is. And it's not, and this is why we're here. We're network marketing advocates. Okay? We're lead advocates. There's people who say, network marketing's got a bad name. We're here to give network marketing a good name. People say the lead business has got a bad stigma. And so we're here to give it a good stigma, if there's such a thing, all right? To show you, not snow you, just so you buy leads from us. We're using those leads. We're signing people up with the leads because we're out of family and friends. So talk to them. We've already talked to them, all right? So that's why people quit the business. If they're not taught other methods, is when they, number one, if they refuse to go talk to people they know, then that pillar shut down. So then you're left with just social media, running advertisements. And one thing that we do with our telephone interview leads, we tell people this: are you running Facebook ads? Are you running any type of ads at all? Yeah. Well, for $50 at Facebook, running your ads, if you're going to boost your post or running ads, how many qualified leads are you getting in? Most people don't know. Well, so I'm getting some likes, okay? Well, that's great. Now you can engage with those people. But what we do with our telephone interview leads, you're getting the name of the person and the agent they talk to. Somebody talk to them. Imagine if Facebook came out today and said, we're providing telephone interview leads, 25 for $50. Would you jump all over that? Well, of course you would, because you go, wow, Facebook's calling my leads for me. That's what our phone room does. They call the leads before you get them, so you know they're qualified. And these are those numbers with those leads. We're not just calling people out of a phone book. We're not calling them out of a yearbook. We're not spamming people. We're not just going down on Facebook and just calling people randomly, which I get one of those every day. Somebody inbox, hi, Robert, how are you? Where do you live? And I go, why don't you just look on my profile and see where I live? So I already know where they're going. Are you into online investing? I mean, come on. That's what they're left with because they've run out of people to talk to, and they're not being taught the business properly for long-term success. So anyway, this is our funnel. This is what we do every single day. It's not rocket science. If it was, I couldn't do it. Wouldn't be able to do it. But it's allowed us to work at home, to quit our jobs, do what we want when we want to do it. And Sharon and I are going to do a video this next week about why it's okay to not be a network marketing millionaire. One thing that we love about the business is that we've been able to make millions of dollars in it, but we also know that everybody's not us. Everybody just can't start tomorrow and be us. Okay, we had to go through a cycle. In my story I shared early on about those 80,000 people. Imagine having 80,000 people come and go over a 5-year period in your group. It makes you put yourself in a position to where you lack faith in people, you lack faith in the business model, and you lack faith in yourself. So you question that. And what you do is you go back to a job, because the job is what? It's predictable. Sherry and I've done that several times in my 36-year career. I've had to go back and get a job 3 times. People don't talk about that, do they? We had to do that. Why? Because I had kids. I had rent. I had a car payment, insurance, health insurance. I wanted to eat. I wanted to grill on the weekends, the big brisket that cost $40. Okay, so I had to go work. So you have to have mentors that are going to tell you the truth about the business. And when you get in, you're not just in because you're excited. You're in because there's a game plan to get you to $500 a month. What's it going to take to get me, Johnny, to $500 a month? Can you show me that? If you can't, then keep working your way up to someone. Don't join somebody unless they can show you. Okay, if I join with you, what's your system? What's your plan for me to go out and build a business? And I either want to talk to the people I know already or I don't. Maybe you go, look, I don't want to talk to anybody on social media. If I do, I'll get fired at my job. I don't want to talk to any of my family and friends because I've done it 15 times. Okay, well, here's what you're left with. Treat this like a business. The only reason why Sherry and I are able to not have jobs and rely on the network marketing income, a 6-figure income, our overhead 6 figures. Okay, if you'd have told me at 18, when I got out of Sooner High School, how much it was going to cost to crack the nut in my 50s, I'd go, you're nuts. I'm going to go live in a trailer out on the country next to a river, in a van down by the river. I'm not going to have a 6-figure overhead. And now we wake up and it's no big deal because we understand how to generate that. We didn't at the very beginning. We didn't even know how to sponsor anybody. We just walked around, like sheep, following the leaders, okay? So you have to realize that this is a process for you. Get educated. The best education we can give you, there's 7 rules or 7 chapters in this book, okay? 150 pages. You can read it over the weekend. If I was on my deathbed and my kids came and said, Dad, how do we do network marketing? And we want to do what you did, Dad. I'd go, read this book. That's it. There's no secrets that are outside this book. Okay, you guys can see people walking up and down the stairs. Isn't that cool? I'm working from home. I traveled all the time and I worked for my dad's printing company. Monday through Thursday night, I was in a hotel or an airport by myself at a bar, eating at 5:30 in the evening a steak and having a couple of shots of whiskey by myself. And I said, you know what? I want to work from home. I was tired of traveling. I love this business because it allowed me to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And if that's $40,000 a year for you, great. If that's $80,000 a year, that's great. We can show you how to get there. So get the book. Thank you, everybody, for being on today. I hope on a good Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope the weather's nice. You can get outside and go to church on Sunday. It'll make you feel better. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.